on iHeartRadio and also AMFM247.com. We have got a great guest joining us today here on our broadcast, and we've got the guys from Until the Sun is with us here on our broadcast. So tell me about the band Until the Sun.
Yeah, we, initially we had our roots starting out as like a hard rock band, and with a former band, and we slowly were transitioning more towards a bluesy direction. And I think the blues is kind of, all of us have somewhat of our roots in the blues to an extent. So it was a transition towards becoming more alternative, towards more blues-based music in itself. And then that's kind of where it kind of shot off from.
Until the Sun with us today. They, of course, are from the Arizona desert, and they're back with the title track from the forthcoming album, Drowning in Blue. Tell me about Drowning in Blue.
Go ahead. Oh, well, yeah, it's a blues album. It's so we've been working on it for a while, so it's pretty much all new material that we've spent pretty much the last 8 months recording, and yeah, we're excited about it.
So talk to me about the writing process for this.
So yeah, usually all the songs that we're doing now are originals. Usually when we write a song, I'll usually come in with like the lyrics and kind of a basic structure, and then Bruce will refine it quite a bit, and it'll kind of take on a life of its own from there. And Chris, our drummer, is excellent drummer. He's has a jazz background, and he kind of refines it with his own beat, and we kind of refine the melody through because Bruce has his own unique voice, and we kind of make it all work for us, and it comes out really well usually. So
yeah, I usually say it's kind of like Brandon comes in with the seed, right, with the basic melody and then the lyrical content, and then I will often slice and dice and chop and move things around until everybody's happy with it. And then when we get in the recording process, then things typically will change there too, right? So, like for some of the other songs, they change significantly once we hit the recording process, because I'll start getting in there and even doing some like electronic beats and stuff to some of these blues songs, and that really changes up the feel of them a lot. There's none of that going on with this particular single, but our previous single, Shadow of the Valley, is like that.
Now there is a music video that we're playing little bits and pieces here for I Am Adam. Tell us about this song and this music video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's the BJ or Bruce did a lot of the video himself, as far as the work and the shots, and as far as the song, I guess it's just a song about human nature. But yeah, it's obviously a darker song with the blues roots and electronic beat, and it kind of fuses all the elements of what we do.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a good example of one that changed significantly when we hit the recording process, right? And as far as the video is concerned, we literally just set up a bunch of cameras, which consists of some cell phones on tripods, and Brandon's wife is a photographer, so she'll come out with her good camera, and we just kind of wing it, and then I just throw it all together in Premiere Pro. And
Awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. Until the Sun joins us live here on the big broadcast. And so, tell me about your social media following.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook, and we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So yeah, we try and update it as much as possible with what's going on. Facebook's probably the big one that we're on a lot, but yeah, we try and put ourselves out there on all the media outlets to let everyone know what's happening.
Yeah, Brandon's more of the social media guy, so I avoid social media like the plague. So all it ever does is get me in trouble. So,
so how did the band get together as a group?
Well, Bruce and I have been playing together for for years and years. So even back in college, we were in a band together. And again, it was always more coming from a alternative hard rock kind of perspective. And then I think a lot of it with me and my playing, I grew up as a blues guitarist, and everything I've ever done has had one foot in blues as far as my lead work and kind of a lot of fundamentals of harmony. So and I had some jazz as well, as far as kind of where my background is for harmonically speaking. And then once we kind of did this, it was really a departure from hard rock and alternative towards more of this blues-based rock music or contemporary blues music. And I think it's definitely, we've retained that edginess of the alternative hard rock kind of feel, but it's definitely within the structure of a blues song, and I guess we kind of got our own thing going.
So what is the crowd reaction like when you guys play live and social media, when people hear your music, things like this?
Usually they like it. So yeah, we're just trying to get as much exposure right now and push ourselves on social media, YouTube, all the outlets that platform our music, from iTunes to Spotify. And but yes, so far the reaction has been that we have our own thing going for us, and most people dig it. So
yeah, I find it interesting because, you know, Phoenix, as far as the live music scene here, for what there is of that, is largely, or has largely been, like a hard rock metal town as far as you know, the live scene. And it's interesting because when we first started kind of dipping into the blues, like real blues, the metal, we'd be playing at the metal clubs, you know, because those are the places we knew where to go. And the metal crowd loved it. Like we weren't sure how they were going to take it, but they absolutely loved it. So that was interesting to me.
Yeah, it was like refreshing, kind of, even if you were a complete metalhead, they found it kind of a good break from every other band out there. So
well, that's good. That's good. So what is the music scene like there? You guys talked a little bit about it there, but what is the music scene like there in Arizona?
Man, non-existent to a large extent, right? I mean, there is a, you know, I mean, we always manage to find places to play, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of local support for much of anything except for blues, that we found, at least.
Yeah, a lot of our bigger shows were going into LA.
Not blues, but metal.
Yeah, yes. A lot of our bigger shows were going to LA for, but yeah, it's, I mean, like Bruce said, there's always shows to be had, but where it's actually oriented towards blues music and not hard rock or metal music, it's definitely in the minority out here in Phoenix.
We have got Until the Sun with us today. We're going to play Drowning in Blue here in just a few moments. Before we let you guys go, how do we find you online, social media, get your music, and get some folks over to see what you guys are all about?
So yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So just add Until the Sun Band. And then yeah, we have a website. Was it untilthesun.com, and
awesome.
That you can find most of our shows up there, our new releases up there. All the singles that we just released, as well as the previous album, are all on Instagram and Spotify, or iTunes and Spotify. And we have music videos up on YouTube.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you guys being with us today. It's definitely been a great conversation.